So what are your plans now? Your record is finished. Touring, I guess, again.
Yes, touring. We start touring. We can start in America in June next month, and then we're going to come home.
Just headline yourselves?
Initially, we're not sure. We probably start headlining, and then I don't know. See how it goes from there.
We're going to spend a lot more time in Europe this time around, so.
Plan to come to Europe in the end of the summer, probably. And I mean, it's like been 2.5 years since we played here, which is crazy. So
why is that?
I don't know. We spent a lot of time making this record. We got. It's easy to get preoccupied with the size of America and spend a lot of time over there because this place is so big. And the record was getting a lot of success in America, and we played to a lot of people over there, and it's tempting to stay where. Where this record. I mean, we very much feel that there's a sense of starting from scratch in Europe, certainly in mainland Europe with this record. But I kind of think that's a good thing because I think the record's really strong, and we're looking forward to it this time around. Where like last time around it was like, but this time it's like kind of with our newfound kind of sense of purpose. I think we're kind of we're looking forward to playing over here again, and if it means playing to 50 people to start off with, well, so what? It doesn't matter. I think we've got a great record, and I think people are gonna start reacting to it.
Yeah, I guess you started playing in America for 50 people as well.
Yeah, I mean, America's very odd because we had this song called Black Metallic of our first album, Ferment, which in the summer of '92 was like the most played song on American radio. It was ludicrous. This song's like 7 minutes long, and it was the last song we expected. And it wasn't a record company thing. It was just that these radio stations, this one radio station in Los Angeles started playing this song, and everyone else started playing it as a result of that. And it was one of those unplanned things, and most of the good things that we've done have been unplanned. I mean, when we wrote the song, Black Metallic was never intended to be a 7 minute long epic song, and it started having all these labels put on it, and that it was the new Like a Hurricane, and it was the new fucking Stairway to Heaven. It was all this nonsense, which kind of works quite well in America because people go, oh, it's the new Neil Young, great, and for better or for worse, people come and see you play, and then you can kind of show them what you really do, and it can be quite useful. So it wasn't a planned thing, and it took us totally by surprise. So and when things like that happen, you tend to have to go with the flow and go and support that kind of interest.
Yeah, it actually strikes me.
Took us out of Europe probably for too long, but it doesn't matter, It
actually strikes me that you say they don't label you as much in America, because like most American artists I talk to, they're like, they try to label my music as black or white or rock or metal or whatever, or rap or hip hop or dance, and they couldn't label my music, so now they won't sign me.
Yeah, but that's just that's got a lot to do with the radio station and the way the radio stations are set up in America. In terms of the music, I think. I don't know, I may be wrong. I mean, I'm probably talking, from an English band and an Englishman in America, it's a very free-spirited place, far more than England. I mean, England may not have the same kind of rigid restraints as American radio does, but you just have to read the English music press to know that there's a lot of clenched arses and people watching their backs in England, which is just isn't particularly helpful. Yeah.
Always the same. The same backlash going on after one record has been hyped, etc. What do you think? You'll get good reviews in the...
I don't know. I mean, every record we've made has been really well accepted in England. I mean, we didn't spend that much time touring in England on Chrome, but it was like the shows we did do were really well reviewed, and everyone loved the album. The album got good reviews, and the all-important Melody Maker and NME. But I mean, and for the first two records, I've been really worried, and I've been paranoid about being accepted by the English music press, but this one I just kind of don't give a toss, because it's like that sense that I don't need to be told that the band's any good anymore, which was important to us when we started, that other people thought we were good. I mean, we came upon having toured so much, we know ourselves how much we're worth. We know for the first time, we know that the band is worth an awful lot, and there's a very good reason for us to continue to make records, and so it's kind of less important how other people of course, I want people to understand this record and like it as much as I do. So, I mean, so you're disappointed if something isn't well reviewed, but we'll see. I mean, I certainly feel less worried about it than I've ever done,
Yeah, that's okay. What do you think of America, actually? You stayed there for a long time. You like it or not, hated it? What's the best place you've been?
Parts of it are great. Parts of it are great. New York's a lot of fun, and California is a very interesting place to be. Well, it's the weather, the people.
Which place? The cars as well.
Yeah. Lots of rich people live there, and they have classic European cars that are being driven around. I see more of them in Los Angeles than I do, in New York.
Like Citroën or something.
Oh, I walk around with him, and he's
Ferraris as well.
Ferraris, Porsches, the whole lot. It's.
You stayed especially in Los Angeles, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I spent a lot of time over there. I mean, it's a funny place. It's a very transitory place. It's probably the most transitory. There's no one who you don't meet anybody in Los Angeles who's born in Los Angeles. They've all come from Chicago or fucking Detroit or somewhere else. So in a way, but it's it creates its own excitement, Los Angeles, and it's like a. Mixing the record there was very good. It has a very centralised music scene compared to London, and we mixed the record in a studio where, the Red Hot Chili Peppers were next door, and Michael Stipe was recording next door to them, and Fleetwood Mac were next door to them, and AC/DC were making a record. It was like all in the space of like 200 meters, So it was great, and everyone hangs out with everybody else, and like I was driving around LA with Michael Stipe playing him mixes. He was playing me mixes of his stuff, and it was like it wouldn't happen in London, and it gives you a whole new perspective on. It's just different, and it's okay for a while. It's like anywhere else. I mean, it's same as New York. New York's good I find New York's good for a short stay, but it's a good. It's that what I was talking about before. It's another injection of energy, which is good for. I mean, being in one place, you just stagnate. I mean, what America's done to our music is opened our own brain to our own music, rather than the last thing we've been done is influenced by American music. America's allowed us to influence ourselves a lot more. We've been less uptight about what we should be seen to be doing in terms of keeping the cooler than cool people in England happy, and it's just not important. You got to do your own thing, and America kind of inspires that in you to just say fuck you to everybody and do it. I mean, eat my dust, you insensitive fuck. That's kind of like the subtitle to the record, as far as I'm concerned. That's the mood with which we went into making this record.
The impression you get when you read British music press is like they still think the music scene in England is the best of the world. But then I think it's only these bands are only very popular in England.
Sure. I mean, I only realised today that it's very easy to assume that I don't want to mention it. The bands that are big in England, the big alternative bands, are like huge. I mean, they're not. They don't mean anything. They mean it's like England's very handy for certain bands because it's easy to control. If you hang out with the right people and make the right noises, say the right things in interviews, you can become a big fish in a small pond very easily. And
Suede.
Yeah, I mean, Suede are okay. I think Suede aren't a bad band at all. I like a lot of what Suede do, but it's
Elastica.
I don't know. If you're
I'm just guessing.
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, it's. I mean, who says you have to be important all over the world? I don't know, or sell records all over the world. But English people have this very fixed idea that they know best. That they really do know best, and that they entertain other points of view, but when it comes down to it, we know best, and of course they don't. I mean, everybody knows best. I mean, everyone has their own opinion, but English people shout about their opinions louder than most people, and they like to think they take their music more seriously. You ask any Dutch person if they think an Englishman takes his music more serious than they do, and they'll spit in your eye. Everyone takes their music ruthlessly serious, except English people and English. English people like to think that they take it one step further than everybody else, and it just isn't true. You just
have to take it as it is. That's the way it'll always be in England. That's why sometimes it's good to be there. It's not the be all and end all.
Yeah, I mean, England is an energetic, exciting place to be for a while. I mean, I don't deny that at all, and we certainly enjoy playing there, and you know, we get good reactions there. We have a lot of friends there, but it's like it's not the only important place, you know. I mean, you know.
It's British club scene is so strange to me because I know clubs where you got to stand in line for an hour and a half just to get in.
And then they may not even let you in.
Yeah, and it's like impossible.
You won't get in. It's very strange. It's a weird place.
At least you were born there, so. But anyway, what's your favorite song of the album?
Heel, probably. I think Heel's the best song on the record.
Why?
A number of reasons. We restrained doing what Catherine will often do with a song like that, and in terms of its dynamics, I love the way the song ends, and I think the song it's one of those when I was talking about the directness of some of the words on this record, which is some of the words mean quite a lot to me on a personal level. And I think it's a great tune. I think it really is. A Catherine Wheel song, the best Catherine Wheel songs have a great melody, but that great juxtaposition of melancholy and strength, hardness and softness, which is, I think, part of what makes this record, gives this record its tension and its excitement, is that there is this battle between the hard and the soft, the aggressive and the quiet, and it's something which is in me and Brian. There's a great rock element in me and Brian that just wants to rock, and there's an element which is far more introverted and inward looking than that, and it's always like this battle as to which is going to win. And I think Heel kind of has that rolled into one song in a beautiful way.
What's your favourite song?
Well, Heel's pretty much of a favourite. Eat My Dust, I think, just because of its largeness. It's we've done a video for the complete thing. I mean, it's by no means going to be a single, but it kind of almost demanded the attention. It's a quiet song, but it's such a powerful song, I think.
Okay. When will we be seeing you in Holland playing live?
In the summer.
In the summer?
Yes, at the end of the summer.
Playing festivals?
Probably, but we want to come over and play some clubs and play properly. Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.